Colonel Jenkins then passes the guidon to the incoming company commander, Captain Culligan, entrusting her with the responsibility and care of the unit. Captain Culligan then passes the guidon back to the first sergeant, signifying her trust and confidence in the leaders and soldiers of the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the United States Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Diseases, Colonel Constance Jenkins.
Good morning, Colonel Jenkins. Thank you for the opportunity for me to be here and to lead and be a leader within the organization. I really appreciate it. I want to also start by saying thank you to Mr. Jenkins for always being here. I think we're sharing this morning, I say I embody your spirit of the Army, and you carry that heart everywhere you go. I've always seen you on almost all USAMRID events and activities. It can only be that part of support. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Colonel Johnson, for the great words of wisdom and prayers and guidance. I appreciate the support that you've given me as a commander, but also to the unit, to USAMRID. I send a lot of my soldiers to you, and I tell them that you have the passion to be able to look through and listen to whatever it is, and you do it with a very big heart. And I thank you so much, sir. I want to also say thank you to Colonel Bell. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Colonel Hannemeyer. Thank you, Colonel Hatcher. Thank you for the leadership, the summer leadership, and everyone that is here present. I want to start by saying that, wow, 8 months did fly by. They did say that it's gonna go by very quick, but I didn't know how fast it's gonna go until now. I remember sitting in the room where I was interviewing for the position, and Colonel Bell, the senior leadership, Colonel Facemeyer, and the team were interviewing me. They were asking me what do I look forward to in command. I wish I had known what was ahead of me. I answered that I'm looking forward to enjoying it, and I did enjoy it. But like I say, I enjoyed it through baptism by fire. I think I got it right now. I always say I enjoyed it through fire by baptism, but it's baptism by fire. And I really say this to say that it's a great privilege and honor to serve. I want to say thank you to all the NCOs that helped me achieve the great success that you see that is clamored today as part of the achievement I achieved during my time in command. But also, today marks my end time here at USAMRID. Tomorrow opens up a new opportunity, a new chapter for me as I transition out to MRDA in Kenya. And I'll look back and take my time here at USAMRID just to walk you back a little bit. The time I arrived here in 2019, I had no clue of what was going to be of me or where I'm going to. I remember walking down the hallway and staying at the library because I didn't have a division I belonged to, until retired Colonel Norwood saw me on the hallway and asked me, "Hey, are you lost? Where are you going to?" I said, "Ma'am, I am new and I don't know where I'm going to." She asked me, what do you do? Who are you? I said, "I'm a microbiologist." Luckily, she's a microbiologist. And she said, "No, you can't be lost. I'm a microbiologist. Come into my office." She started sharing office with me for the first few days and handed me over to Lieutenant Colonel Waters, I think it's Waters, Lieutenant Colonel Waters that I stayed with. And I started sharing office with him, but also this shows the amount of time that leaders at USAMRID spend to be able to invest into the people, into their soldiers and their officers. I want to also say thank you to the DSD team. As soon as they made it fit that this is going to be the most perfect place for me to go to. And I'm very, very thankful that I made that connection happen, and I never regretted it. And they welcomed me with an open arm. They asked me where I'm coming from and how much of knowledge I have. I told them I'm just a fresh graduate out of grad school, and we need all the support I can get. At that point, the leadership took me onto their wings, and from there on, every other thing became history. So there are three things I hold very dear to me, and as I came into command, I had three things in my leadership philosophy. One is structure, two is system, and three is synergy. And structure, I believe in the principle and the foundations of our leaders. I believe in interpreting things the way they originally is. People say that I'm an originalist, but also I believe that when the structure is in place, we have every amount of room to achieve what we can, and we can go even higher because we have a good foundation and a good structure. And that brings me to the second part of the system. If the system is in place, we will be able to achieve the greatness that we intend to achieve as a unit. And the synergy brings into the families and everyone that all the auxiliary support that we get across, and it brings that synergy and cohesion that we get. You see that everything will go in play. And that is what all that I saw during my time in command. During the first ever climate survey, I know that I say this a lot, change is something that is very, very difficult to do. And I came on time when there's a lot of change that needs to be done within the unit, more so to the HHC. And that I took on, and we started implementing the changes. I want to also say a big thank you to Colonel Jenkins for allowing me to lead based on my ideas, based on the leadership. I have different ideas, different perspective of things, and you gave me the opportunity to run. You gave me a good level ground for me to be able to run with it. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I want to say thank you to the USAMRID senior leadership. I've said, Colonel Bell, thank you so much. I think I've met you a couple of times to discuss my paths and things I want to do. And in many occasions, I don't know. And it's just one thing that it still puzzles me, that down the road, I know that the future is bright, but also I know that the path is very straight. But also sometimes it can be very crooked, and there's so much into it. Thank you for the conversations. And thank you, Colonel Facemeyer, for always supporting. I know your time, a little bit of time that you spend just to ease off the stress on the hallway, just to make some kind of funny jokes, it helped a lot. I want to also say thank you to Colonel Reed. When I first arrived with USAMRID, she's not here, but she's one of the few that took time to coach, mentor, teach me, and help me to be able to understand what it means to be an Army officer. And Lieutenant Colonel Hansen, I want to say, I know wherever you are, if you're watching, thank you. You are a big mentor and a big leader with a big heart. So many times you've pulled me by, even during my time in command and even before my time in command, to be able to advise me in certain things and guide me through different decision-making process. To the DSD team again, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Colonel McCormick, Colonel Gennady. These are the past teams, past leaders that helped mold me and shape me. Dr. Minod, I remember the conversation we had in your office. You asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up 5 years from now? I still didn't answer that question. I still owe the answer to you, and I'm still thinking, what is gonna be, what do I want to be when I grow up 5 years from now? And to Dr. Kohler, thank you so much for the countless long hours and emails, late hours of conversation that we do have just to be able to align my time and science together. And Dr. Stefan, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it, for real. You were very patient with me. I engaged you many times and you'd be like, bro, for real, I don't have time for this, but what do you want? And thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so much to the NCOs and to the leadership. I want to say a big thank you to Lieutenant Colonel Collins. She's a microbiologist at RARE. I see her as a great mentor. She guided me through many of the decisions that I make, and she helped me guide and focus and align my career path. Major Roth, I see you around here. Thank you so much. You convinced me to go into Kenya, and I'm very, very excited about it, and I'm hoping that I can be able to show that it's worth it. That you betting your trust and recommending me to the leadership is worth it. Thank you for all the guidance, all the support, and all the opportunities you've put in my path for me to be able to thrive. I want to also say thank you to Connor Shecker, the senior alpha here at Red, for all the guidance and support. Dr. Moulton and the leadership at the health and behavioral health team here at the installation. I want to say something about the team here at Fort Detrick, is that they understand how the system works. It's a very small installation, but also they are willing to work together with everyone. Countless late hours, countless phone calls, without relenting. Moving forward, I want to say a big thank you to my first sergeant, First Sergeant Phillips. Thank you so much. I know it's very short time that we had, but in that very short time, we learned to engage each other and learn the best way for us to be able to communicate and learn the skills that we bring in. You have enormous energy. I tell everyone day and night, I'm still trying to match your energy. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to hearing all the great things that the unit will continue to achieve, even under your leadership. I want to say thank you to Master Bernecki, my previous first sergeant, my battle buddy. We rocked a lot of late night hours together. We spent countless of time working actions and trying to make sure that we make sure that the unit is running and spearheading. He led with his heart. He carried the soldiers. He was very passionate about how the soldiers have been taken care of. And thank you so much for keeping me out of trouble. Master and Kash, I hope that this is validated. Cool? You are one person. I am also trying to match your energy. If I get half of it, I'll be very, very proud of myself. You always ready to execute. One thing that I know of him is, Roger, sir, this is too easy. It's gotta be taken care of. And I hope that you give the same amount of energy and support during the remaining short time that you have here at Raid to Captain Colligan, that she will need it. I want to say thank you to Staff Sergeant Mead. The MFT, he single-handedly started running the MFT. When I approached him and I said, hey, I need to set up the PLT, you started running it and you started getting the team together to make it happen. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the time that we spent together. I want to also say thank you to Staff Sergeant Martinez for helping to set up the reconditioning PT. There are so many things that within the organization that we don't know. I came in and the installation had a reconditioning PT, but wasn't aware of it. So we needed to get one going. We set up one and you kind of made it going and started running with it. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you, Staff Sergeant Fazio. She's not here today, but UPL, I can tell you that the summary has not failed or delinquent in any of the inspections. All of our monthly urinalysis testing that we've done, you took on that task and you run with it, and successfully the BPLP process and the program here at USAMRID is thriving simply because of all your efforts. And I know that you continue to do those great things. Staff Sergeant Blevins, thank you for the barracks. We've not had any major issues in the barracks. Thank you for continuing to lead. Even after you pinned on to Staff Sergeant, we asked you, I was very perplexed to ask you if you want to continue doing the barracks program, and you still said yes, you will continue to do it and support. Thank you for all the support and leading through. Staff Sergeant Valles, thank you for the retention program. USAMRID retention has remained high because of your efforts and leadership and support. It wouldn't have been, you are always ready, last minute re-enlistment, last minute event, you coordinate and execute. Lastly, I want to say thank you to Mr. Lowry, the Mil S1 shop. Thank you for holding the shop tight. I know that I approached you with so many questions that you look and you say, you should have known this, but you still smile and you look at me with so much passion and you tell me where I need to go and find them. Thank you for always putting me in check and correcting me where I need to be corrected and making sure that I stay out of trouble. I want to also say thank you to my battle buddies, the captains that lead. That's what I call them, the USAMRID captains. Special thank you and shout out to Captain Rosario and Captain Keynote. Thank you guys for being very close by me. These are the two teams that I always run back to. When you talk about who to cry to and yell to and scream to, those two. Captain Keynote is currently deployed, and still he listens to me, and I call him and I vent, and he's still, I tell him, buddy, I know that we're in a different time zone, but he's still willing to respond to my text messages and listen to my call and take my calls. Most importantly, I want to say thank you to my family, to my wife, Onyie. Thank you so much. I know that we have, I think during the time I approached you, I said, I want to take command. What do you think about it? You gladly said, sure. But I don't know if you knew what was coming until I started coming late night where you have to put the kids to bed by yourself. I leave super early before the kids even wake up. That sometimes they don't know, and Chevelle will be calling, could you please call daddy? And we have to take a very quick video call during the day just to be able to catch up. Thank you for holding the family tight during these 8 months of me being in and out. I want to also say thank you to my family here present from Nigeria. Uncle Roland, thank you so much for always engaging and supporting. In all, I want to say thank you to my special friend, Patrick, and also for being here, always trying to support. My best friend, Jeffrey, thank you so much. You've always, and I mean it, always been a great support. You've been in all my military events, other than the one that I did in South Carolina for my basic training, AIT graduation, Bullock, all of them, you were there. And you've all been there. And I'm looking forward to rocking the rest of the lives as we transition into doing great things. I want to say thank you, special thanks to some of my friends in Nigeria, Bishop Nelson, Eric, and Ike. They hold me close during some of my most trial moments. As many of you might not know, I lost my mom early in May, around May 3rd. And it was very challenging, and I'm hoping that I've made her proud, and I'm continuing to make her proud. She's currently still lying in state, and I'm going to be working towards trying to make sure that her funerals and burials come into play. But within this time, it was very trial and challenging. But one thing I remember and I look back is that I am one person that a whole community is looking forward to. My success counts for the success of so many. My family look up to me and they say that this is the light that is shining. I'm looking forward to carrying that light and carrying that torch. Captain Colligan, welcome to the USAMRE team. I call them the Warriors. Welcome to the HHT Warrior. Like we've chatted so many times, I want you to understand that the best asset that you have is your people. They will go with you. They will run with you. One thing for sure, they did not leave me behind. I can tell you for a fact, if you need to slow down, drink water. It helped me a lot. The main thing that should be by your side is water. It gives you a few more seconds for you to be able to take a breath and think about some of the things and decisions that are coming your way. And the coming few months might be very challenging, but I can promise you, you will get through it. All you need is to know that you have a team that will never, never, never leave you behind. I want you to trust your NCOs. Also, know that they are here to support you. Like I said before, they will run if you ask them to run, and they will stay if you ask them to stay. Our unit is unique with overreaching potentials. Just ask, and many are ready to help and facilitate. Team USAMRE, thank you so much for the opportunity. Signing out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony. Captain Egbo will remain in the area for guests and well-wishers. Captain Culligan will host light refreshments to your left of the gazebo. Thank you for attending.